Alright, these are my porch peppers. This is my paper lantern crossed with bitch tea yellow. It's a cross from demonic from hot pepper. Got 2 ripe pods. There's another back over in there. Since I put it in this container, it's starting to put out a lot of new growth. It's looking good. This is the one that had aphids a week or 2 ago. And another self-watering container, I've got an RC 420 Maruga Scorpion, and it's getting a lot of height on it. It's growing really well. This is my Carbonero that I moved from the small cracky container to the cracky tote, and it's putting out new growth and starting to put out some little pods too, which is great. This is the Black Vitale that was in a deep water culture. I moved to a cracky tote, and so far it is doing really well. This is the 32-gallon cracky tote. I had to add some extensions to my supports here. So I've got, this is the Jay's Peach Ghost. It's been doing great. This is an orange brain strain. It was in one of these cups, and I moved it to the cracky tote. I wasn't sure how well it was going to do, okay, but so far it seems fine. And I still need to do something with these guys. This is a Thai Dragon and a Mustard Maruga Brain, so I'll figure out what to do with them later. Here's my basement peppers. I've been kind of neglecting these guys. I still need to put a support on this boot I saw them in the aeroponics setup. It's growing really well. I've been trimming these leaves as I get close to the light. This is my Big Black Mama. It's growing really well. It's got a lot of blooms. I really need to get this guy in the 45-gallon setup. And this is my Jamaican hot chocolate. It's doing well. Got it's growing pretty well. Tatsoi that I moved to the 1-gallon container. It's doing well. Leaves aren't as big as it was in the air garden, but it's putting out new growth. Hasn't died yet, so that's promising. This is Chiltepin. That's in the little tiny cracky, and that's the Thai Dragon. These guys are overdue to be moved to something bigger. This is my Peruvian Serrano. It's doing well, but it's kind of falling over. I really need to go ahead and put that in something where it has some support. I'm afraid it'll break, like one of my other plants did recently. These are my 10 fingers of Naples. It's supposed to be like aroma type. Putting out tons of tomato fruits. I had a little bit of blossom end rot going on. I think I picked most of those off. I gave them a good dose of calcium and some more fertilizer. Everything's really needy. I feel like all tomatoes are I've ever grown. But the fruits are looking good. And it's my Poblano, Cali Wonder Bell, and Greg's Grand Jalapeno. And there's a little ripe one down there. Peach Boot, and it's got quite a few ripening pods on it. We need to go ahead and start picking those. So a 7-pot rainy chocolate, and I haven't really peeked in here. Let's see if it's doing anything. Yeah, there's a few little fruits going. And this is Amy and Goat. That's right. A few little runt pods down there that turned right. Looks like there's some other new fruits, so those will probably get bigger. And this is my Devil's Heart, which is officially the hottest pepper I've ever eaten. And I'm dreading the pod test on this guy, but I've got a really nice ripe one ready. And a smaller one next to it. I've not had anything hotter than this. That's another one down in there. I don't know what it's a cross of. It's a pepper lover strain, but she didn't say what the parents were. It's obviously some kind of 7-pot cross. But yeah, there's another cluster of them in there. There's a bunch. Actually, I need to start picking these. But yeah, so I'll do a pod test on that one soon. Okay, here's my containers. Container plants are in the poly grow bags. I'm getting a lot of good growth on these. I think the tallest so far is the Peruvian Serrano. It's right up to my chest. And it's actually got some ripe pods. There's a bunch of other pods up in there. I'm getting ready to lay some more fertilizer to these. I just bought a 50-pound bag of Osmocote. There's a Paco Shito. That's a pretty looking plant. Now, Moa Cardi's not been growing that much, but it's putting out some pods. Kind of wicked looking pods, really. Not really, I mean, they're from Cardi actually, but they're not the phenotype. They're really wicked looking. Unless I got my seeds mixed up, but that's anyway, we'll see how they turn out. This is my West Indies red, and that's another one from Cardi, and it's got some little cluster of fruits in there. There's a few others. I think there's some back on this side too. It's my CGN 2800. It's got little fruits on there. There's one ripe. I had one ripe before I tried it. I haven't done a video of it yet, but it didn't really taste that great. It's obviously crossed. I loved how the original one looked. This is a save seed. There's my boot Assam. It's a Tabasco. It's starting to take off. Bolsa de Dulce looks good too. I don't see any fruits on it yet, but it's growing a lot. These are my brains. This is orange. It's kind of growing out sideways. Not a lot of vertical growth. And this is my chocolate brain. And this is my red brain. It's actually, I didn't notice, just now notice that it's got some little fruits on it. There's a bunch on there. That's the biggest of the three. This is my ahi cherapita, and this is my ahi pineapple. It's got quite a few. This is from my saved seed from the plant I had last year. And this is my Soreja da Mapi. I love how this looks. How they start out purple and then they kind of turn green. And I don't see any buds yet, or pods yet. There are some buds on here. It's a beautiful plant. This is one of my carboneros. Looks like it's got some little pods going on. Not sure how many. There's another one back in there. So Jay's Red Ghost. Not potted yet, but it's doing a lot of growing. So MA Vortex variant. Lightning Mustard Hab. It's going really well. Looks like they're, yeah, there's a few little, if I can find it, yeah, little fruits in there. This Nagamorich is becoming a beast. I haven't noticed any fruits yet, but it's growing. It's my 7-pot Primo. These are kind of getting to the point where they're starting to grow in together, so it's going to be harder to separate them. That's a healthy looking plant. Oh, this is my my other paper lantern cross with bitch tea yellow. It's about as tall as my Peruvian ahi Peruvian. Got an isolation bag on here. I think I saw maybe, I think I saw some that had budded up or produced maybe at least one pod in there. But yeah, it's got some fruits. It's growing really well. There's some there. It's part paper lantern, and they, from what I remember, they're extremely prolific. Some of these have a little tail on them. So Mayan love pepper. I just did a video on this guy. There's a bunch of fruits. Back in the video, you haven't seen it, but I mentioned they kind of turn a darker color before they turn ripe. There's one in the back that's turning dark. There's a few ripe ones. No idea what this guy is. Might be an apocalypse scorpion. Not sure. Here's my Serret Gat. It's got more ripe pods on it. There's some in the back too. There's my Moruga cardi. Now here's the apocalypse scorpion. I don't know what that other one is. I have to find the name tag on it. No pods yet, but it's got some blooms. This is a Reaper unknown cross, and the seed came from pepper lover. Originally, it was supposed to have been a Reaper, but it obviously wasn't. But the pods are really not bad, so I saved seed from it. We'll see how it turns out. A large orange tie is from my saved seed. Hot fingers from my saved seed. I just did a video on it. It's putting out it's been putting out pods. Some of them are turning ripe. It's one of my favorite plants. It's my orange tie SSC. Basically, SSC stands for Seed Savers Exchange, but the pods are supposed to be like small. So it's kind of like a small orange tie. I don't see any pods yet, but there's a lot of blooms. I've got an isolation bag on here. That caramel Moruga scorpion. I don't remember if one of these seems like they had some pod. I've got two of these growing, but I don't think that one does yet. Okay, here's my mustard Moruga brain, and I just noticed a pod on there. Oops. Broke a few leaves off. Nice, bumpy looking. And this is a Carbonero pod on there. I just noticed that. It's a really nice looking pod. Looks like I've got a few more. Let me get it to focus. Yeah, there's a bunch podding up on here. It's another one of my gonna grow every year plants. It's really getting pretty big. This one, I mean, this is all part of that same plant. Carbonero is a strain developed by Tony Sherwood. It's a three-way cross between a Boot Indian Carbon and a Yellow Seven Pot and Orange Hab. It's my other Soraya Diamapi. It's an isolation bag. Let's see, here's a Kraken Scorpion. A Genghis Khan Scorpion, and right beside it's a Black Vitale. Isolation bag. And it's been putting out some pods. Here's one really nice looking pod. Kind of long looking. There's another in the back there. Here's one smaller one turning ripe. It's RC 420. Beside it is my Big Black Mama. I think it's actually a Big Red Mama. This is my 7-pot Burgundy. It's putting out tons of fruit. Yeah, that's part of the same plant. This is an isolation bag. That's a huge plant. That's all part of it too. This is Mahi Sugar Rush Peach. I got a little guy there. Had a couple pods, 3 pods off of it actually. Haven't made a video yet. Looks like it's putting out some more. Here is my monkey nipples. I'm really excited about this guy. Can't find seed. I don't think you can really buy seed. This guy traded with me, sent these, but it's putting out. From the pictures I've seen, they kind of turn like a light peach color. I think it's native to Brazil. It's a paper lantern. Seed on this is, I'm not sure, it's either from pepper lover or it's my save seed. I don't remember. I have to look back through my list, but it's putting out tons of little pods. Paper lantern is one of the most prolific plants I've ever seen, and the pods are delicious. They're like a really mild flavor, but they pack a decent amount of heat. Well, have level heat, but if you grow just one of these, you'll have plenty of pods. Okay, I'm not going to go over all of these, but I just wanted to kind of give you a quick update. So far, they're doing really well. Like I say, I'm going to update the ferts. Got some real osmocote, and we'll add some more calcium, and that should keep them good for most of the rest of the season. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.